Beat him 6-2 yesterday to take the lead, but there's a long way to go yet. It's first to 17 to play Karen Wilson or Anthony McGill.
Selby's probably the more likely. But I think the first couple of frames might tell us a little bit more how this is going to pan out. They're not nice. It's one of those shots.
Overall head-to-head, though, favours O'Sullivan 15-10.
One. Four. 12.
Now he needs to, I think a low angle on the black would be the one I would choose. And that's what he's got. That
20.
looks perfect. Oh, he did. Oh, he played it beautifully. You've got to get plenty of zip on the ball for that to happen.
28. $36.
Oh, another terrific shot. He'd have been very unlucky not to be on something.
44. 52.
It's probably the worst angle to be on a black, but like I say, it was never going to cause him big problems.
$66.
Well, it must be on. A bit low.
72.
I think he was always going to have to play well to win this match, wasn't he? He wasn't going to win doing what he's done here. I don't think anything else is going to have blood to play sufficiently.
Over the 2 weeks here, he's found some confidence in his game and fancies the job. He knows he can win the tournament. He's won it 3 times.
84.
In the quarter-final stage, they've pretty much dried up. I know that Karen Wilson has been knocking in breaks eventually in the other match.
90.
Being broken here, that sequence.
Well, unless it goes in the middle, which he's not done. It's still not a century, but 97 will do nicely for Selby. Just one chance, and he took it well. O'Sullivan has a few problems here. Respond if he gets a clear-cut chance. Got no sort of looking in that first frame.
Well, very close, but usually when they head for the... Yeah, I think Ronnie will need to get a piece of this first. Now been passed. It takes some doing, I think, to win from...
Well, this time nowhere near. But neither's O'Sullivan.
Shot. He's playing with left-hand side to take the cue ball up and down. Played it quite well, in fact. It's one of those, if you hit it too thick, you could either get the double kiss, or if you miss a double kiss, end up not so good. Had a bad opening session against Mark Williams, but then fought back really well after that. More of the same is required here, but it might be more difficult. This is where the opportunities will come. Interesting that Ronnie didn't consider that long red. He's played. And of course he doesn't want to get embroiled in a long safety battle with Selby either, because Robertson. Well, it's one of the flukes of the championship. I mean, the balls seem to jump as he hit them. Yes, I played an old. As if there's any question that he might have, and that would just infuriate you.
5.
Yeah, and I think I would say that I have to say that I think he's had a very poor run of the ball in this match, O'Sullivan.
In an otherwise disappointing afternoon.
In fairness, he's done so with pretty good control. That's well played. Ronnie, I think, more than happy to play on the blue for now.
80.
There's never been a better. Keen to play on the red that's above the pink. He's gone a little far for it. Well, there you have it. That's very unlucky. It's better in that aspect of the game than O'Sullivan.
In this match. Slightly hampered by yellow and brown. Hang on, as he fluked one. Ooh.
Well, this would feel another significant frame, I think, for. And if he doesn't win this frame, you wonder what frames he's likely to win this morning.
Seven.
O'Sullivan's.
$14.
A bit unlucky. He's played it with lots of left-hand side. Is it top jaw, is it? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I can't imagine.
21.
Executed it well.
Yeah, I mean.
Ooh.
Wow.
1. $9.
Probably all of these reds. That's a delightful shot. Can go wrong, those shots.
23.
Oh, he's a little straight for that.
$30.
It or play the cannon. He's got to go in behind it. The right hander down the cushion. Ah, that's very well. Absolute sitter, actually. And Ronnie has stepped in quite nicely when you wondered whether he was. He's come back into this very nicely. This is sort of the plot thickens, I think, Dave, after that.
Can just see a little bit of it, actually. Yeah, and that's going to hurt him because, as I say, he didn't.
He's kept the match alive because it was starting to go very much one way, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Might be just playing on here to regroup as well.
suppose it would be 2 on the blue.
2.
It might be in his mind.
Obviously, he didn't go for the pot, though. He played him behind the brown. Just in this fairly quiet spell in the match, I wanted to mention Mark Christensen, who's watching from Perth, Australia.
Yeah, it's good to know that we have people watching all around the world. For sport, there's various other platforms in other territories as well, so it's good to know that people are enjoying this championship.
Three snookers against O'Sullivan. Maybe just want to take the sting out of things a little bit, just get to regroup, having missed that easy ball, and I'm not sure, but that's just my thinking. Sometimes it is not easy to get a shot out of your mind that you've missed, assuming that you will probably lose this one anyway. I think Ronnie will be happy for the green to be potted because there aren't that many snookers.
3.
Well, definitely in O'Sullivan's favour, but I think...
Seven. Mark Selby, 7.
Went off in the middle pocket or hit the jaw. Of course, the other thing interesting, Dave, will be whether the way that last frame went, whether and having missed that ball and having his confidence.
We'll see, but it feels like a big moment, the miss on the red, because he was definitely in control. O'Sullivan
11.
And he's back within 2.
Okay. 11 on the frame, number 7.
6 more frames then in this session. And of course they conclude tonight at 7 o'clock.
A big one, let's be honest, at the time. Off the side cushion, if he chips this into the pink, I think he'll not leave much on. Yeah, that's a good shot. The thing with O'Sullivan, he has the safety game.
Yeah, it feels a big moment now, but, you know, if it's 15-9 to Selby coming back tonight, it won't have been. Looks like the knuckles are okay anyway. From like yesterday. Hang on.
Getting onto a colour is not simple here. He's played it in a very safe way. That's a good shot.
1.
Just watching Selby there. He's clearly playing well again, but he's not the cue goes through straight, and that's all that matters, really. He's always been a bit like that. You know, he's always...
Yeah, I think the problem is, though, if it happens again...
$20.
Well, the red has stopped
26.
The break. It was just showing promise. Gradually got further and further out of position as it went on. So he's not the most hurtful break.
26.
26 is not...
On another day, that could have been 11-8.
I think if you're O'Sullivan, and it's something you wouldn't normally associate with him. It's pretty well played safety shot from O'Sullivan. He may have left an edge. Trying to hit this quite thin.
One. Seven. $13. 21.
Played it quite well. Probably the kind of frame Selby wanted in
29.
the end. Hit that well.
37.
If O'Sullivan wins it, he pegs him back.
45.
Missed that long red, it wasn't easy. Could have been easier,
53.
actually, but...
$61.
$68 then, a winning break from Mark Selby
68 and the
to restore his three-frame. Well, in the third session, he was in complete control, and then, of course, came through at night.
Could have left something more easily accessible.
Just the sound quality, but I think it's nice to hear.
Four.
Well, it would hurt O'Sullivan if he was to score here, because he played a poor shot when the balls came to rest. Not so.
$18.
Well, there's always a risk when you play to nudge the reds open. He screwed in and out of the bunch a little bit.
$26.
Didn't play the most positive shot, the one before.
Mark
I'm not
Selby,
that surprised
26.
he missed that.
One.
Well, you feel right now this could go either way with O'Sullivan. It'd be a great triumph, because I just think he's feeling it a little bit. That's a good shot, though. That's a
16.
above, just near the pink.
24. $32.
There's a chance he could miss this shot, stretching across.
38.
He stroked it in quite beautifully, in fact. Well, he isn't going to need
46.
that awkward red over on the left.
First half century since frame 15 for O'Sullivan.
54.
He's kept it going.
Yes, I mean, as I say, that's well done from
62.
O'Sullivan. That's excellent. And but you know, you did wonder with O'Sullivan. I thought it could have gone either way, and it's gone.
Well, it's a very important frame to win, assuming he has won it. 42 the lead, 2 snookers needed.
Well, that was not a very well played shot.
But it's been split 2-2.
Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed watching this, because it's such a battle of which O'Sullivan now is all about, isn't it?
Well, it's a very important break that he made. It feels like he's in this fascinating matchup between these two, serving up another treat here today.
14. 19.
Important frame to win. It just
25.
reminds Mark Selby that he's still there to win all 4 frames. The main thing, I guess, is to stay in touch. Don't allow Selby to win the mini session.
So that'll be annoying for O'Sullivan. I think that he's had issues with the break-off shot.
Mark Selby 1.
Running through this match.
Foul and a miss.
Well, he had
Mark
hit
Selby
it
4.
very, very thin.
He keeps pushing reds towards pockets.
It's a poor shot. And like I said earlier, I think sometimes with all true. And oh, there you have it. That sums up a lot of things in this match for me. Selby's made a glaring error. Now he's got this chance, which really...
1.
Yeah, I think the problem with O'Sullivan's shot was the pot wasn't easy and the position wasn't easy.
Seven.
Maybe he's worried about this red being in the way, so he's knocking it out the way here. And in it goes. He's not missing much, let's be honest.
34.
It's the occasional shot at this level.
$42. 50.
Left a red over a pocket, but covered it.
Yeah, the balls were cleaned, weren't they, after that shot? I wouldn't like to say it was a kick. It's easy to just say everything's a kick, isn't it? But you're right, it might have been something like that.
$64.
Right, and if it's the next one, then the question is, does he bring a big lead into the last session? In this session, another sizable break here.
72.
72.
Mark Selby, 72.
From Mark Selby, and then he has the chance to open up a big lead coming back this evening. The only significant
foul. Mark Selby, 7.
That's a poor shot.
One.
Didn't hit that one particularly cleanly, but it... Not that one. No, nicely recovered.
25.
It was a big mistake.
33.
And if he can win the frame, then
41.
Yeah, I mean, the cue ball was near the cushion. I'm not saying that's an easy shot. He could have gone the other way and tried to hit the red on the left side as we look. But, I mean, he knows better than anyone. There's always going to be a shot out there kind of with your name on it that you just can't get out of, but really. He's growing in confidence. It's just the occasional...
54.
But if he pots the black, and it means now he's guaranteed a lead coming back tonight.
Well, the amazing stat is that there still has not been a century break in this match, which honestly I would have... It's not like it's been a poor standard. There's been enough frame-winning breaks. But things like that happen. Sand and cement treatment here. He's playing the safety shot. Ronnie will concede anyway, I think.
Mark Selby, 72 on the frame.
13-9, Selby leads 2 to play in this session.
Necessarily going in, and that he hit across. If looking down the line of it, he absolutely hit across that.
And he wants a big lead.
Well, that's right. I mean, you know, there is an argument that he might not get a better opportunity than this to pick up 2 frames.
Problem is, at the moment, he's just not playing well enough.
Well, that's true. I think he's scoring okay when he's in. He looks all right in amongst them, as ever.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
But
Allow him that.
Foul.
Just got the pink.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Get anything out of it. So he chose to play. And I think looking at that shot, he's made a good decision. Not a touching ball this time. Strange shot there. It's okay actually, but it's... Well, this time Selby with a misjudged safety. That was a good shot at range.
1.
And I think at the moment he's rattled.
1.
I was thinking it somewhat similar to the one that he missed.
Desperate not to be too far behind, and one player desperate to be a long way in front.
I don't know what that shot was. I think that was a hit and hope.
1.
Lots of sighing, isn't there? You can tell when Ronnie's not happy with his shot. Maybe it's just that we don't have a crowd.
Wow.
Another one.
Wow.
Maybe things are starting to get to him out there.
1. Nine. 15.
But the angle to just get into the bunch. Quite handy that he could actually cue through that little gap between the reds
21.
as well. He wasn't...
You know, everything that we'd seen before from him in this frame, a bit similar. Mark Selby's form, top spot, fallen down to 7th to survive these long matches. He's got the fortitude.
Chip away. Certain players are very good at playing. And I guess the other thing you have to do is just read the signs. And, you know, the signs have been there for... I can't imagine that Ronnie will be fancying coming back and winning tonight. He'll have to play out of his skin to do so anyway. Hit the first draw.
Selby 50.
Well, we're looking for... That would be the interesting factor.
Well, if he wins the frame now, Ronnie, there'll be some...
Six.
Oh, that is some shot. That is some shot. Just felt he just didn't have it in him to play a safety shot there. That's a bit unlucky, you know. He didn't play it too badly. There was an argument that may have not been on playing ball. Well, and Selby should have already won it. Well,
Still needs the last red.
1.
he was very clever there. He didn't want to do anything that could leave the red potable. And that is the difference between the two. Those last two shots, Ronnie didn't have a lot. Outright shot to nothing. Could finish on the yellow, would be no good to him. Not again, surely. He needs cover here. Careful. Oh, he's played it at pace. How has he missed it?
Foul. And a miss.
How has he missed it?
Ronnie O'Sullivan 6.
That's a delightful shot. That really is.
Selby hasn't put him away in this frame.
No,
8.
but greatest player I've ever seen.
11.
But he's still got to dig deep on moments like this. Well, for the complete neutral,
20.
this is what you wanted to see.
And black to do that. If he wins the match, we'll definitely be looking back on this frame because he seemed to have gone at one point. Ronnie O'Sullivan in the end has made a very good clearance. He's not out of this yet. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes you can just look at the
Quiet,
plight
please.
of one player And he's made a mess of these sort of shots a few times. He doesn't look very confident on those safety shots. They're not that difficult. I mean, if he's really unsure.
One.
Well, what on earth happened there?
Such a big frame.
Well, I thought it showed from the 2 shots I saw following that O'Sullivan safety error. Now, these are the moments Ronnie's got to read the signs. He'll be behind whatever happens tonight.
9.
But it's a question of being within.
Well, I said the same last night. It was 13-10 to Wilson. And I said if McGill could win the last frame.
17.
Nicely done.
25.
Incredibly instinctive player still, isn't he? Even at his age and all the years. To see his shots, nothing's ever changed. And in the balls, he looks.
33.
That'll.
41.
Wow, I don't know why he played that shot. The pink is protecting him, and that's it. Now, goodness me. Cross double like that against James Cahill last year at an important stage, and he didn't win that match either. This time, Selby on the walk, knowing. Terrific shot.
When he was really struggling in the previous frame.
Yeah. We're all snooker fans, aren't we? And
9.
A match like this, you might just cancel it because it's going to be a great session if. And he would take something from this, I think, this session.
17.
He might choose to look at the negatives, and you know that you're beating him in certain departments, but he hasn't actually won the session.
No, he's played below his best, but it looked.
There, you know, you can't have it always. You can't always be the unlucky one. Kind of made up for a lot of it. That one.
There's another one, and Ronnie O'Sullivan is still in contention. I think will be disappointed not to be.
7.
And it's a 2-frame lead for Mark Selby. It could have been more. Ronnie O'Sullivan has won the last 2.